YouTube, how you doing? Raj here, back again with another fragrance review. This one is going to be on a fragrance from the house of Bond Number 9. Now, Bond Number 9 is not a house that I know too much about. I know they have approximately like 1 million fragrances in their collection. They have quite a lot, and I haven't really just explored that many. I think that has something to do with the fact that I really detest their bottle designs. Which is a little bit of a superficial reason, I know that, but also they're not very widely available here in the UK. I only know of one place, and that is Harrods, and it's not exactly a place that is nearby to me, so I don't really know too much about Bond Number 9, so I was pleased to get this sample from a fellow reviewer, actually, from across the pond, Renee. You sent this sample to me a long time ago, and it's only now that I've finished it, but that's how I am with samples. So Renee, if you're watching this, thanks for the sample. Yeah, really appreciate it. So Bond Number 9, Eau de New York is the one I'm reviewing today. On the Bond Number 9 website, I know you can get this cheaper, but full retail price, the ice cream van going past, 100 ml for $265, a 50 ml for $195, and then there's a 7 ml spray, a gold pocket spray, for $95. So I think the pricing on this is really, really high. Now, I don't know whether this fragrance is on the discounted websites. It probably is, and probably for a pretty damn good price. So the notes are bergamot, mandarin, grapefruit, petitgrain leaves, green watery accord, neroli, gardenia, cyclamen, white lily, there's quite a few here, basil, verbena, jasmin, vetiver, oakmoss, skin musk, I don't know how they extracted that, and white woods. So yeah, quite a few notes in here, and you don't really get all of them, but what I would say overall with Eau de New York is that it's a very, very fresh fragrance, perfect for spring and summer, very uplifting, very easy to wear, very easy to reach for. This could be a signature fragrance, to be honest. It's perfect for everyday use. Would smell great on a night out. And kind of the versatility of this fragrance kind of reminds me of the fragrance I just reviewed, Creed's Tabaroum Mélissine. You could get away with this in autumn. You could wear this in winter if you want to, because sometimes, you know, if you're out in the winter, but like indoors, like in a air-conditioned environment, and you're not sort of like out in the cold, yeah, you could pull this off for a change. You know, why not wear something fresher? So what do I think about Eau de New York? Well, first of all, I like it. Yeah, I think it's a solid fragrance. From the opening, I get this. I just get this image in my head every time I wear it. From the opening, I get this image of you're sitting on a lawn in your garden, which has just been freshly mowed. So you get this fresh green leaves, grass, and you have these leaves which have just been watered with really cold water. And you're sipping a glass of lemonade, which has got a load of ice in it, with a fresh lemon on top, and maybe some neroli oil on top, and maybe a sprig of mint in there. It's a very icy, cool, uplifting, not particularly juicy. The neroli and the lemon notes are quite sharp, actually. I don't find the citrus in here to be juicy. It's more on the sharper side, which is a little bit bit much, actually, if you spray too much of this fragrance. But yeah, then you do get this kind of aquatic accord in here. They're saying it's like, I think they said green watery notes. So you do get this kind of fluidity in this fragrance. This is like a more upscale version of maybe like a CK Bulgari type fragrance, I feel, just done to a much better level, I have to be honest. The fragrance to me doesn't sort of change, you know, from far away from what I've just said. It kind of stays like that, and it has a good staying power. It does last with me the whole day. I particularly like this fragrance when my body started to warm up, and the aromatic green notes and the basil came through much more, I noticed, in the heat. And it was actually nice to have. It's a nice fragrance to just carry around with you in the day. Not a particularly sort of exciting fragrance. It doesn't really, and I don't know why, it doesn't just capture me, and it doesn't it doesn't scream at me and say this is a fragrance, you know, that you have to own. And I can't explain that. I don't know why that is. When it comes to fragrances like this, with your citruses and your greens, and I prefer Xerjov's 1861. A few Acqua di Parma scents in there as well, which, to be honest, I might have to rebuy. Um, it's very difficult when you're doing a review to say why you don't want to buy the full bottle, but that's how fragrances are sometimes. If it doesn't sort of click in your mind, if you when you come to the end of your sample and you're left with a feeling of, you know what, I'm happy that I've tried this fragrance, but I don't want to buy it. You know, you can't really explain that. But yeah, solid fragrance. I like it. I definitely would recommend it if you can get your hands on this. I don't think this is worth the money at full retail. I really don't. They're asking a lot of money, and it kind of falls short in a few areas, namely the wow factor. It doesn't have that wow factor for me. But at the end of the day, if you wear this, you're gonna smell good. You're likely to be one of the better smelling guys or women in the room. I feel this is a unisex fragrance, and yeah, no complaints about the scent. But as I said, it just doesn't have that wow factor. So in terms of rating, I think this is actually quite a good fragrance, and I'm going to go with this, an 8 out of 10, because some of the notes really stand out for me. This neroli note is great. This icy, cool lemon note is actually really good. So you know, credit where credit's due, but overall, it's not for me. So guys, let me know your thoughts as always. What do you think about this house, this fragrance? Are there alternatives, cheaper alternatives? You know, people like to hear about cheaper alternatives. You can't be spending huge amounts, well, some people can't be spending huge amounts on fragrances all the time. So yeah, over to you. Take care. Bye.